Hello and welcome to my little patch of our homestead. Now, I am in a suburban backyard, as you can see. I am a single mum. I have 3 kids and I am renting, unfortunately. Fortunately, at least I have a house, but I don't have my own house. So, this is my journey as a mum, trying to incorporate sustainability and food and preserving and everything else that I can fit into our daily lives. Now, I work full time, so of a weekend, I'm often preserving and gardening and just trying to get through and make things a bit easier for us and a little bit cheaper, more sustainable as well. Now, I've been on this journey for quite a few years. I have been a single mum for over 12 years, nearly 13 years now. And along the way, I've had lots of times where I was unemployed and unable to work and with little babies, and I did not have very much money. And so I found new ways to do all the things. And I was making butter from cream, baking as much as I could way before this all really took off and got trendy in the last few years. I am so happy to see that many people are switching to a more sustainable way of life. I think it's fabulous, and I think the more control we hold in our hands, the better off we are going to be. And so hopefully, if you come along with me, you might find some tips about how to do new things. And if not, maybe you'll just enjoy watching another mum trying to make the best of things and be in this busy world and do the best she can for her kids. And that's really what I'm trying to do. So, anyway, that's a little introduction about myself and my family. And we live in Tasmania, if you cannot tell from where we are in Australia. And yeah, like I said, I rent. So, a lot of the food, unfortunately, that I grow in this house is in pots. I have rented other places where I've been able to have a little veggie patch, and that has been amazing. I don't have that here. And for the last couple of years, I've been so busy that I actually haven't had the time or the motivation or the energy to really look after pots of vegetables and things, and I haven't really had much success in growing my own. So this year my aim is to try and really get better with that this year, and so I can grow much more of our food this year for us. And that's something I really hope to, pass on to others who may not think that they can do the homesteading lifestyle. While my homesteading isn't really traditional homesteading, probably in the sense of everything, I probably like to call it more being sustainable and ethical and trying to do as much for us as I can. I have actually suffered a lot over the years with chronic health issues, hence why I am overweight. But also, I have had chronic fatigue quite a few years ago, and I find that doing lots of things is just too tiring for me, and I need to take lots of breaks and do things in little chunks. And I do, as I said, I work full time, so I really only have the weekends to do things. And perhaps if you follow me along, you will see that my kitchen and my house is not always the tidiest. It's actually quite messy sometimes. And I have learnt to really develop a strong sense of acceptance of where I'm at and where I am and how I can move forward. And I will be honest and say that I don't have a lot of friends because I have had a lot of criticism over the years of the way I kept my house and judgment from others. And I've had to let those people go in my life because it's just not helpful to me. I am trying the best that I can. And some people may think that I can try harder. But that is your opinion, and please keep it to yourself, because for me, I am really doing the best that I can. I have a few chronic health conditions, and as I said, years ago I had chronic fatigue. I managed to get over that, but I do find that I don't have a lot of stamina and I can't do a lot of stuff for a long period of time, and I need to stop and start and take things in lots of small chunks. And I guess you will see in my videos that the kitchen is probably one of the hardest things to keep on top of for me. With two teenage boys in the house at the moment, it is really hard to try and keep things clean. Okay, so on the topic at hand, here you will see me. I'm actually trying to cut these hedges back. They are growing from the next door neighbor, and I actually haven't done this for a couple of years, so it is really overgrown, and I could not fit my car up the driveway. I would scratch the side of it every time trying to get it in. And I don't know if you can see, but down the bottom on the left hand side, there's a few little branches sticking out, and that's actually, I think, an apple tree, although I've never seen it bloom, but it has really big thorns on it as well. The blossom is quite pretty, but I've tried to train it into the fence that's there. But I hired someone to do the front hedge a year or so ago, and he trimmed all that back, and so it all started sticking out again. I was a bit frustrated about that, but now it's finally starting to grow. So you'll see me later in this video go down there, and I'm pruning those branches back and also trying to weave them in through the fence if I can. So I am just, sitting here trying to do the hedging of these things so that I can fit my car back in the driveway. And I have a really cheap hedger that I bought some years ago, quite a lot of years ago now. And I just ended up, I think, giving up and going and getting the little, I don't know what they're called. They're kind of like secateurs, but bigger. Sometimes they work so much better on things. The hedger wasn't dealing with the mass of branches and things. There's a mix of ivy and blackberries and whatever this plant is. I have no idea what it is. I don't do the top of it. I just do the side, so at least I can get my car back in. Don't you just love sitting back, observing your work and trying to figure out where to go from here and what to do next? Okay, and so here you can see me. I'm going down to the edge of our driveway and I'm going to start pruning this horrible bush. It is quite pretty. I like the look of it, but it is so prickly and so hard to deal with, and it was just scratching my car every time I drove into the driveway, and it really needed to go. So you will see me giving this a prune and trying to maneuver some of the branches, if I can, into the gate, the fence. I have here some gloves that I purchased from Temu, and I absolutely love them. They have really long sleeves on them. They're leather down on the hand bit, and they are just amazing. I like when you are pruning or hedging, I get scratched up like nothing, and I have scratches all over my arms, and these were really, really wonderful. They stopped me from getting scratched everywhere. I can try and link them in the description. There is no affiliation with this. It's just something that I purchased and love. And they are really great. So they helped me so much, and I stopped me from getting so many cuts on me. So I was very, very happy with these. Okay, and here is where I start to try and put some of those branches in through the fence and weave them through. I guess it'll add an extra bit of privacy, and it just protects the plant because it's really growing in a really bad spot. It is right on the edge of a concrete fence and that fence, and there is really nowhere for it to go except out through the gate. So here I'm just trying to preserve it and give it some space, I guess, to actually grow. Okay, now this looks really messy. It does not look like a clean hedge at all, and to be honest, it was a real pain in the bottom to do. It was very, very messy, and I think the reason too is because that it's been a few years since I've actually done this, and so everything just sort of, all the branches just flopped about, and they're really big leaves, so it was quite hard to do. But here you'll see me, I'm packing up, I'm about to clean it up, and hopefully soon I'll show you what it looked like after. Not the best job, I'll admit, but at least now I can actually get my car up through the side without it being scratched, and we can open our doors, and it's much, much easier and better. Okay, sorry, I left the volume on the last one because I just thought the sound of the cars and that going by so quick was kind of funny. So hopefully that wasn't annoying. I kind of thought that was funny. So these bags, I wanted to tell you, I got them off Temu as well, and I bought a pack of 3, and I'm sure they were only like $6 or $9. They weren't very much, and I thought, oh, these are going to be really small and really terrible, but I just need some garden bags because our government down here, our council, has green bins, but our house where we rent, funny enough, rented houses never seem to have a green bin. So I don't know, I'm knocking on the window saying hello. Oh, that's right, I'm asking for Oscar to come and help me. Just hold it open so when I start putting in the leaves that it doesn't fall over. So I'm just asking if he can come and help me here. I have 3 of these bags, and they are actually massive, and I only end up using 2 to put all of the leaves in, and I am really, really quite happy with them. As I said, we don't have a green bin, and so for me, I try and put little bits into our normal waste bin as we go. I don't have a compost system set up. I did have a compost bin, one small tumble one, but I don't know, I just find it really hard to get it to go in. And like I said, when I'm renting, it's really hard sometimes to find solutions to things that is portable and you can take with you if you have to leave. And so quite often I don't end up bothering. And I know that's, terrible of me, but sometimes you've just got to do these things. If I was on my own property, I would absolutely set up better systems. I'm just waiting here for Oscar to come and help me. I think he's in his dressing gown because we're having a lazy weekend, and he's going to hate me for this, but he just holds it open so that I can put in the leaves, and I really, really need his help with that, so that is amazing. And I will stop it here, but I might link those bags. I'm really, really happy with them. And so here, you can see that they are really quite big, and we've got 2 of them pretty well full. I'm just tidying up the last few leaves on the ground here. As I said, it's not the best job. It still looks quite thick from here, but this angle, but it actually was quite a lot of branches off and a lot of thickness off. I must be still talking to Oscar about stuff here. I'm not sure what I was telling him, but yeah, these bags are really, really good. I'm really surprised with them. They did come with a black plastic bit that you could put around the inside so that they would sit up, I guess, but I just thought it was just easier to get one of my kids to hold it open for me rather than going to the hassle of trying to thread that through for now. So my garbage bin, as you can see down the bottom, is really overflowing and these bags filled up, but I'm really happy because I will empty them into the normal bins after. As I was saying, I'll just empty them into the main waste bin as we go throughout the weeks. It will take longer. If I had a ute, I could drive all the way to the tip, but it's on the opposite side of the river, as you can, well, you can't see it, but it's way up there and it's just a hassle. So I just find it easier to put little bits in the bin as I go. But I'm really happy with the bags because when I trim the trees and the rose bushes and all that, it gives me something to put them in, and they're quite tough and sturdy, so I am very happy with them. And I think just here I'm just tidying up a few things now that we've taken the bulk away. I can see that I really needed to take more off the plant down towards the bottom, so I'm just giving that another go. And here is the end result. It's still a little bit messy and untidy, but I'm happy with it. And here I'm just showing you a before. These plants, these yuccas I hate, they're actually overtaking the path that's there and it's really hard to get to the shed. This is all the bits that I trimmed off the plum bushes and the seed pods off those. Now I'm on to the side where I'm trying to grow this year some veggies. So these ones are a little stackable pot. Again, I got off Temu and a green plastic bag that was $2 for this green thing that I'm emptying pots into. And it actually came with 2 of them. So I'm going to grow or try and grow some onions in that, except I fill it up with leftover pots soil that I have and realize that it's only about half full and I need to go and buy some more, so you'll see me leave that. But this Stackable, I know it's only off Temu, it's cheap, and there's lots of big ones out there. I think they're about, these ones are paid between $40 and $60 for. This first lot I think was $60, but I've since bought 3 more and they were reduced down to $40 each, and I love them. In that I have some beetroot, some onions, some parsley, some chamomile, some snow pea seedlings that I had extra of, lettuce, beetroot, I think I said beetroot and onion, and in the next few I'm going to that arrive when they arrive, which will be a while because I just got notification yesterday that they're being sent by ship, so maybe by the end of October I'll have them, which will be too late. So I'm not very happy about that, but anyway, I plan on adding some more seedlings to it, like tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, beans, and that kind of stuff, just to see how they go. They are very small, but like I said, I don't have much space. Everything I grow is in pots, and the backyard doesn't really have areas for this, so here is a very, very sunny spot and I'm going to try it here, and hopefully I can keep a bit more of an eye on them because they'll be outside the lounge room window and I can just see how they're going, hopefully, and it'll remind me to keep watering them. And here I'm just showing you some garlic, cloves and some onions that I've planted previously into pots. I know that onions are probably way too close there, but I was running out of space for them and so I had to find something. Here I'm just showing you the Stackable with all of my seedlings in it, and hopefully that grows really well. Over here is my fence line, and I have a few onion seedlings left, and I decide to try and see if I can plant them along the fence line. However, you'll see me, I dig down and then I realize that there's actually concrete and bricks under there, so they're not going to grow. So I get up and go and plant them in between the daffodils that are growing further up. However, since I've planted them, the chickens have come along and destroyed them and taken them out. So that was a wasted effort, unfortunately, for those onions. But I would like to thank you for watching this video. It gives you a little bit taste of what I am, what I do and who I am. And yeah, I hope to see you around, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'll share more of our journey as we move forward. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye. So here I was just showing you the couple of garlic cloves that I planted and are starting to grow, and a pot of onions that I've got there as well, another clove of garlic, and then this is the stackable tower with the parsley, the peas, the chamomile, and all of that in there. Yeah, so hopefully it grows well in there. I have never had these before, but so far very happy with them. And over here I walk and try and plant. I have a last few onion seedlings that I try and plant. You see me sit down here and try and plant them in the fence, and then I realize that there's actually bricks under there and it's not going to work. So I go up to where the daffodils are and I plant a few up there. Unfortunately, since I've planted them, a couple of chickens that I've got have gone through and destroyed them and pulled them back up. So there went that idea. I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and I thank you for being here. This is just a little taste of who I am, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see me and my journey happening through life and everything else. And just thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.